Welcome back to the Rec Crew. It's your boy Chesco. I'm here with Luis, and well, that's pretty much it.
Yep, that's us. We're all responsible ones of the Rec Crew.
Well, kinda.
Last week we had a full house.
Last week we did have the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
For the UFC preview, it's gonna come out this Friday.
Mm-hmm. Recorded on the same day as last week's.
You're gonna have the full house here. But I don't know. We said we are the leaders of this podcast, right? So when we make money, we're keeping it all. Absolutely. Just keep that in mind. Now,
and you know that the other ones don't watch the podcast because they would say something.
Have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm gonna make sure to send it to them because they gotta know. So
I agree.
But for some reason, you're not gonna be here for the UFC thing.
No.
You haven't told me yet why.
I have an event.
Of what?
I got invited to a little get together, little party.
Oh, your parties are whack. Why can't you just say no?
Because I want to go.
Wait, what's the party about? Can you tell me?
I have no idea.
Who invited you?
My friend Ted.
But how do you know Ted? Is he fun?
Yeah, Ted's fun.
No, he's not.
I've had
Ted is not fun. I don't even know Ted.
Ted is a guy that's molded me into being a better pool player, and I've gotten better.
That doesn't mean he's fun.
Your definition of fan and my definition of fun are completely different.
No, but we already, got to a consensus that your definition of fun is wrong.
No.
we've established that.
Fun like beauty is an opinion, right?
No, we've also established that. We also established that. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and some beholder has some really, really, really messed up eyes. Like Stevie Wonder type beholder.
Call it whatever you want.
But tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Okay, you think you judge what Stevie Wonder looks at the same way that I look at it?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
But I judge what I think is fun better than what you think is fun.
But not better. No, you're the Stevie Wonder of judging fun.
No.
No. Your eyes are. You told me you think Rubik's cubes are fun.
They're a passive activity. Yes.
Yes. You told me puzzles are fun.
I agree with that, yes.
Literally, you're the only human being that I've ever heard of that.
Heard, yes, correct.
And you have the tendencies of a serial killer. And all through that, I still got your back.
My ex once called me a psychopath.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But it was because of my lack of emotions, of emoting. When I was with her, I rarely emoted.
No, but I'm that.
Maybe you're a psychopath. Maybe that's why we get along so well together.
I think I'm a sociopath. I would say that.
Sociopath.
I'm a sociopath. Yeah. I'm definitely a sociopath.
Oh, but you have empathy.
Yeah.
It shows very rarely because I think your lack of your threshold for empathy is very, very, I guess, low. I don't know if high would be.
No,
like
I have empathy for people who can't defend that situation, like kids, obviously.
Right.
Like really poor people.
Makes sense.
Family, like that type of stuff.
Do you have empathy for people who panhandle? See?
No.
I mean, they're really poor people.
No. But I really feel like that's by choice.
Okay. And I agree. That's why I'm asking.
I really feel like that's by choice. And I would say this. I'm a little home team here. Maybe I'm a little biased because when I say like really poor people, I mean mainly poor and disenfranchised or immigrants.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
People who are actively working to progress, but are still low on the economic ladder.
People who have always, kept the straight and narrow, and some people are just born in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you have to like leave your cocoon, leave your burrow, leave your neighborhood where you lived until you were 15, 16, 17, 18, however long you were. Go into the real world and with nothing. And sometimes you're an immigrant, leave your country and come here with nothing.
Yeah. For
those people, I have empathy to an extent because I also feel like, you made a decision to better yourself. But the minute you make a decision to better yourself, you're also saying, I'm making a decision to take on a tough endeavor. And,
absolutely.
And tough endeavors come
with challenges.
They're tough. But most other people that I don't have a lot of empathy for.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how I am with it. But for example, you no empathy.
Yeah, I'm not asking for empathy.
Then you're not and don't deserve it. Like actually, the opposite of empathy. I don't know what that is.
When would I need empathy? I guess where would empathy be given with me?
Like after your divorce.
I don't think I
No,
deserved
but I mean-
empathy. I guess I deserved empathy.
No, no.
I think any situation that you get into willingly, you should not be given empathy for.
Yeah.
Like if you have a sickness, that's a place to put empathy.
Depends on the
Because
sickness.
I'm talking about a terminal illness, things that you have no control over.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Things that you have no control over.
Like if
Depends on your age too.
okay, so you're saying that a person who is in the 90s and is close to passing away, you're not gonna have empathy for them.
I think empathy is the right word. Is it empathy? Because I went through this with my grandma. Obviously, it was a tough situation. I was very close to her.
Yeah.
She was 80.
I mean, there's a difference. There's a difference between being sad and having empathy. Empathy is trying to relate to the situation and.
It's like it was. I sucks to say, but it's like it's bound to happen. Like that's just the cycle of life.
Yeah.
So. And I think some people who lack empathy, like which may be me, is also people who don't feel sorry for themselves. I don't have empathy for other people, but I don't have it for myself either. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, I'll never forget, not too long ago, a close family member of mine, there was a cancer scare.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to my parents, and they were all down and out. Like, they were really, really sad. Obviously, so was I. But my reaction wasn't to get all depressed. It was like, okay, what do we do?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she ain't dead. Like,
okay.
What do we do? Like, who do we talk to? Where do we go? Like,
what are the
what's the next steps? Yes, right? Yes. Like, what's the solution? Like, I remember it was a Sunday, and I was getting pissed off. Like, doctors don't work on Sunday. Since when? Yes, they fucking do. There's somebody you talk to. Like, there's got to be a number. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, I remember, that's what I was getting mad. Like, I'm sorry. And it sucks to say, there's going to be a time to feel sad. And if this thing does really get there, this ain't the time. Like, right now, it's time to work.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I mean. It's like, I feel like a lot of people, when they're in a bad situation, like, oh, poor me.
There's the poor me attitude that I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like, but
that's people who feel sorry for themselves.
No, but then they also give empathy to people that are in a tough situation. They're like, oh, poor person. I'm like, no, they could get out of it.
No, but to me, empathy isn't feeling bad for some people. Empathy is being able to relate to how they feel.
Oh, so
that's what empathy is, right?
And what's sympathy?
So I think that would be more to what you're saying. Sympathy is being.
Oh, then I guess I empathize.
Yeah.
Oh, not really. I don't know. It's like I really don't know, man.
I just threw a wrench in it, huh?
It's like, yeah, I guess I do because I think about it. I guess that's all that means, right?
Yeah, you're able to not necessarily relate because I think relating means that you've experienced it, but have empathy for the things that they're going through. As in, let's say, if somebody feels bad or sad about the fact that they're going through a terminal illness, you can understand.
No, but terminal illness is the one where, yeah, you feel bad too, like, because they can't
but we're differentiating emotions, right? Sadness, you can feel bad for them because they're somebody you care for. Empathy is that you try to understand why they feel the way that they are in a non-judgmental manner.
Like, let's think about it this way, like a funeral.
Okay.
Who is the funeral really for?
A funeral's for the family members.
The family,
so they can
right?
grieve, right? So they can grieve the
family
passing of the person.
So I feel like a funeral is somewhat a selfish
absolutely
event.
I agree.
Yeah, it's like,
and it's I guess you would say it's a selfish for every individual, but also selfish for the one putting it on, so that everybody else can be selfish within that.
Because a lot of people say it's to go say their final goodbyes or their final respects. I don't know if I agree with that. That's every time I've ever gone to a funeral of somebody. Yeah, of course I feel bad for the person that died, but it's more to support the person that's grieving.
Yes, of course.
You know what I mean? It's not really to say my final goodbye or anything like that. It's more so it's a tricky situation, but a lot of times here I'm portrayed as a monster. Don't know why.
You are too sensible for regular minds.
What does that mean?
The things you say, you're like Donald Trump. The things you say,
I am rich. I would say that.
Sound very, very obscure in the things you're saying, but if you break it down to its meaning, to its definitions, they make sense. You see what I'm saying?
Very, very, very.
It's like, I think Trump once, they asked Trump once if he supported the war in Ukraine. And he said something like, I don't support wars in general. I don't want people to die on either side, right?
Except North Korea, which he threatens to bomb them every 2 weeks.
There's a difference in that, right? But we're talking about the war in Ukraine and Russia, right? He said, I don't condone deaths on either side, Russian or the Ukrainian side, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what's bad in not condoning deaths and not being okay with this and not liking deaths, right?
Because I don't think because I don't say stupid shit like that.
No, but it makes sense.
No.
Yes,
no,
it does. Yes, it does. If you break it down into the minute details of it, and you know I'm not necessarily a Donald Trump supporter,
no,
but there's things that he says that just make sense.
Yes,
but they get villainized because he says them.
No, but that's not a good answer. That's not answering a question.
But that's what he does. He never answers anything.
But that's what I mean. That I don't do that. No, I don't do that. Because if you ask me a direct question, I can't answer you. Like, let me give you a good example. Like, what do you think about bank robbers? It's like, you have to make your money. Like, that's not an answer. Like, it's not an answer. It's like, of course you have to make your money. Not that way. It's like, what do you think about the war in Ukraine? I don't like people dying. No shit. That doesn't answer the question.
No, very few politicians answer the question the way they're supposed to ask it, because they have to be politically correct.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to what you were saying, right?
You're saying that I make sense. That makes no sense.
The only thing I related to you was not the fact that he doesn't answer questions and you don't answer questions. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Is the things that he says make sense. That's what he says makes sense, yes or no? Did he? I'm not asking if he answered the question. Obviously, he didn't answer the question. But does what he said make sense?
No, this is why. Because I'm like, hey, Luis, what's 137 times 252? And your answer is 2 plus 2 is 4.
That makes sense.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with the context of the information. I agree. But no,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't answer the question at all. I agree with that. So
it doesn't make sense.
So 2 plus 2 isn't 4.
I asked you a direct question.
Does 2 plus 2 equal 4?
Yes.
Okay, then that 2 plus 2. The sentence 2 plus 2 equals 4 makes
But if
sense.
I ask you a question, you can't answer me with another truth. That doesn't make sense.
I agree with that aspect of
so it doesn't make sense.
I agree. It makes the sentence itself makes sense. You're taking it way too out of.
It does not make sense. No, it does not. It does not make sense.
In the context of the situation, I'm agreeing with that.
Like, what do you think of global warming? Like,
it's
the
hot.
sky is blue.
No.
It doesn't make sense. You can't answer me with another truth.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
So how does it make sense?
Okay. Let me rephrase what I said originally. Forget about the question that was asked of him. Donald Trump once said that he does not like deaths on either side, the Ukraine side or the Russian side. What doesn't make sense in that? Now, forget about the question. What doesn't make sense in that in that sentence?
What doesn't make sense is the context around it.
No. Forget about the question. No, yes, you can.
No, I can't. Because
this point is mute. This point is mute then, right?
Because you want me to take a fraction of a quote
Okay,
that's
then forget
surrounded
about the
by an
quote.
incredible amount of context.
I'm trying to give you a fucking compliment here.
No, you're not. You're
Take
insulting
it.
me.
Take it.
Or-
Okay, let me rephrase for a
I'm
third time.
nothing like that dude.
Let me rephrase for a
Except
third
for
time.
the rich.
You say things
No, what I
that
say.
are very logical.
No, that people don't want to admit. That everybody wants. Everybody admits that you don't like
could be
people
part of
dying.
it.
Yeah,
That could be part of it. No, but people going to a funeral is a selfish thing to do. It's a logical sentence to say. But people cannot understand it because that is a weird thing for people to fathom. You say things that are very logical. So logical that people can't fathom it.
No, they're not. I think logical is the wrong word.
What would be the right word?
Accurate. Like they're
Okay.
accurate. Why?
How
Because
does accurate and logical, how
No,
would that
because-
not be synonyms to each other?
No, because logical is things that are. I think logical is like almost a synonym to logical would be almost like simple, like clear. That's- Those are like to me synonyms of logical, like things that
I
you
don't see it that way.
automatically think of. That's what I look at when you say logical. It's like anybody will think of it, like common sense. Those are all synonyms of logical that I think of. Like
Okay.
when I speak, it's things that are not politically correct. Correct nonetheless. Like
I've rarely heard you say not politically correct things.
non-politically correct?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like
What
the
is-
fact that I think that I say it all the time. I think in a relationship you have to be selfish. And people think that it's a bad thing. And I don't think that's a
I
bad
guess
thing
my
at all.
definition for political correctness is different.
Well, yeah, not in the sense of no, because some people say that being politically correct is saying like, slurs and things. No, because those some things that are like, sometimes you try to go against the agenda so much that you become a caricature of yourself,
Yes.
and things that are logical, like you shouldn't hate gay people, like, and that women should play sports just like everybody else. means that now you're woke. No, that doesn't mean you're woke. That means you're just not stupid. Now that goes way beyond different. I've sat here and said that it makes no sense for people to tell me that women do the same in sports as men. I say it all the time. That's not politically correct to say.
Is it what? Why not?
Because women can do everything a man can do. That's the politically correct thing to say,
Okay.
right?
Okay, I guess so. Yeah. Now in that sense, you would be right.
I say it here all the time. Now, do I argue with people about it? That's what I always say. It's like, okay, you think that Megan Rapinoe could be Leo Messi in a soccer game? That's fine. The day that happens, just make sure to come and bet with me. That's it. You're not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm like, I've always said it. That stupid video that went on Instagram of a lady saying that 2 + 2 equals 4 is racist. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I've never seen that.
There's a video I'll try to find of a lady saying that it's innately racist. I don't even know. I didn't pay attention to her. But I'm like, I want those people in my life. I want to go like up for a job with them. Like I want that to be my competition when it's time to go to a job. Like I want those people because honestly make the road easier. Am I being wrong? Like I don't know if that's right to say.
It's not wrong to say. I don't see anything.
But people
wrong.
don't say it.
No, but I guess in the aspect of you're seeing them as lesser than you, that could be seen as something that could be wrong to say.
It's fine. Now, another thing that's true. There's people that are above, there's people that are below. There's people that are smart, there's people that are dumb.
You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah,
over
so
here.
it's like, if people want to hear it or not, it's up to them. Like, I don't
Right.
care. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, there's weak people in life.
Yes.
There's weak people in life.
A lot of weak people in life, man. And I feel that I guess I can't say me or we because we don't have kids, but I feel like this generation is raising generation of weak-minded individuals.
Yes, weak-minded individuals, and people take that to be like it's all about money. It's all about we'll get into a topic real quick. It's all about money. It's about looks. It's about fame. It's about none of that. There's a lady that said this. What you think about this? Let me get into the first topic before we start talking about the Super Bowl. Okay.
What did this lady say?
$50,000, don't date. Ooh.
Wait, put it again.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. Ooh. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you. When
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, Shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna wanna run. Because she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be this stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
We cutting up.
I'm
You
just
talk about
saying. So
All right, so we've talked about ride or die, right? It's our girls ride or die, right?
But I don't think this comes down to that. But yeah.
Well, so my point in saying that is not a person who I would want with me. Why? Because the moment that I don't have the money to support her needs, to support her lifestyle, to support her wants, because it's not necessarily needs, the wants, she's gonna find somebody else who she feels can fulfill that. I wouldn't want to date a woman like that.
It's so many. Let's start by the fact she said $50,000.
Yes.
She didn't say 15.
No.
She said $50,000. We're talking about what, bankers?
Yeah.
That's what a banker makes, right?
Yes.
We're talking about what? Some electricians.
A very average salary.
A very average salary. You're gonna tell me an electrician, a banker, that they can't date? Like,
I don't agree with that. I also don't agree with men that are willing to buy their significant other's affection and getting them things. And now I get it. That's part of the courtship. I agree with that. But people who are willing to spend the money that they don't have because they feel that or significant other, whatever you want to call it, will like them more because you're getting that stuff. Because the moment that you stop, she leaves, he leaves, whatever you want to call it.
look, and this is what I mean about we mess around, and I truly believe this. Luis can attest. I'm not lying when it comes to this. I've been lucky that I make clearly way beyond 50 grand.
Yes.
Way beyond. Now, I swear to God, I don't do it for the money. He can tell you the jobs that I have are passion based. I would do them for free.
You're one of the rare people that are doing what you love.
Yes, and I swear, if I would not do something that pays more that I don't want to do, I wouldn't do it. Part of it is that I'm lucky that I get to make what I make doing what I love to do. Yes, and I am grateful for that. Now, would I do what I'm doing right now for 50,000? Absolutely. I swear to God I would. And if she wants to stay, she can stay. If she want to go, she could go.
Yeah.
And with 50,000, I believe, especially if you're single or have a girlfriend, because it may not be a time for a wife. I might admit to that.
Yeah.
Or even maybe, like, if she has a $50,000 job, with 100,000, y'all can't live.
50,000 is very
Yes,
doable to have a relationship.
50,000 is very doable. But I would.
People have families with $50,000.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What's the average salary? It's like 30.
Let's look it up. I think it's going up, but what is the
In 2023.
average salary? Okay, it ranges by state, but Texas is 57,000.
57,000. So 7,000 beneath.
7,000 more.
You can definitely date.
It.
Yes. Now, if you're living above your means, that's a completely different situation. That's
which you would be if you're dating somebody like that.
Absolutely. But if you're single, making $50,000, how much you think your rent is? $1,200?
At least.
If that.
Yeah.
Because you're living, in an apartment?
At least.
One room, probably.
Yes. Because she's not going to be okay with you living with your parents.
No, but it's like you're making the decision of dating, right? This depends on age as well.
I agree.
So, because
there's just a lot of variables.
I lived with my parents till I was 25 years old.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Our culture makes that okay.
So I'm like, I have no problem. Like, it's so many things. Now, if you're making $50,000 and you're making, and your overhead is what, 20 maybe, if you're single.
Overhead being
you're adding your utilities, rent. We're talking 20, 25.
Groceries too.
Yeah.
Entertainment or no entertainment?
What do you mean, like Netflix and stuff like that, or
like subscriptions, Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Let's call it an even 25.
25, right?
Yeah, let's call it even 25.
You have a remaining after taxes. What we're talking about, 20.
Let's say 20.
Yeah, because I doubt somebody makes 50 pays 5,000 in.
Oh well, probably is around that much.
Yeah, so
probably more than that.
So you got about 19,000 left. You gonna tell me you can't go on a couple of dates? Like, it's ridiculous to say.
I used to have a relationship where I, on my salary alone, which was very close. Oh no, it was actually less than $50,000. Supported both of us. Entertainment, food, electricity, rent, and all those miscellaneous without a problem. It's not undoable. Now, would I be able to be with somebody who wants Balenciagas, the Pradas, the Versaces? Absolutely not. Because if that's what you want, you got to find that somewhere else. I'm not going to be that person for you at that moment. Now, can I tell you that maybe in the future we'll be able to get it if we both work, if I work, if we're able to grind, if you're able to support me in my grinds? Absolutely. We can get to wherever we want to go. But that's not who I am right now. And you have to be accepting of that whenever you start dating me, if that's where I am.
Man, it sounds crazy to say coming from us, but if you define that stuff as, if you define materialistic stuff as some sort of like standard, I think you're in trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
If you define materialistic stuff as the standard, you're in trouble. Like, there's people who make 50,000. They can look like they make more, and they don't, and they can trick you into getting into a relationship with them, and have no plans, have nothing set to go forward. Like, it's crazy to say.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that statement is just ridiculous. Like, and it depends on so many things. And I think this is also a situation where it's like the girl is gonna be maintained, because how much do you think a household could live with? Like say a husband that makes $80,000 a year, and the wife doesn't work, they probably live fine, right?
Yeah. Look, it's doable, but it's what means you want to live within, right? If you want to live within, I'm gonna go out 2 to 3 times a week to a fine restaurant, you can't do that on that salary. Now, if you're gonna go with, okay, well, we'll make dinner at home, and then on the weekends we can go out, we can go to do entertainment, we can do this, we can do that, then I think it's more doable. If you want.
But my point of saying the $80,000, because you would say somebody's making $80,000, it's not crazy to think that husband is the only one working if he's making 80.
No, it's absolutely not.
It's not crazy.
No,
to say,
it's very doable, right?
Now, if he's making 50 and you're making 30, you're all at 80.
Yes.
So it's like what I'm saying. It's not a crazy thing. If y'all both making 40, y'all at 80.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy to me to think that. The Super Bowl was this weekend.
Yes, it was. What'd you think? I'll give you my thoughts.
Before we get into it,
what's up?
With football season coming, it means we're gonna have to start paying more attention to basketball season. And
I'm not into basketball.
I am. I love it.
Yeah.
But what I realize is, I don't know if you know who Tristan Thompson is.
Nope.
Tristan Thompson was married to Kourtney Kardashian.
Okay.
Or no, Khloe Kardashian.
Okay.
Who's the biggest Kardashian. who ironically looks like a basketball player.
Khloe Kardashian? I thought Kim Kardashian was the biggest Kardashian.
No, Chloe is the biggest. Well,
Literally
the
okay,
biggest.
like we're talking about height. Guys.
Literally the biggest.
Okay.
That's her ex-husband,
Okay.
and he doesn't really play. But the crazy thing, he got popped for banned substances. That's
Okay.
the most pointless suspension ever.
Yeah,
Like,
if he doesn't play, why ban him?
yeah, you're acting like steroids will help you score from the bench.
Yeah, that doesn't
Like,
make any sense to me.
So it's like I don't understand it.
Actually, like, go ahead and take some so you can get on the field.
I don't. But it clearly didn't work. Now I'm just maybe he's a drug addict. I don't know, but that's the first news that I got from basketball, and I don't know if we're on the right path here. So get it together, Tristan Thompson. Well, not anymore because your career's probably over. But
How old is he?
old enough, and he's
Okay.
suspended for 25.
For 25.
Oh, I'm so proud that you can still see me. Yeah, I'm lighting up, man. I used to be black. I'm gonna tell my kids one day. I used to be black.
We got proof of it.
Yeah,
too.
we got proof. Yeah. Tell me what you thought of the Super Bowl.
First half, I fell asleep. I'm just to be completely honest. I had just had.
Hey, what did you do?
I went over to my my girl's parents' place. All her family was there. We had burgers, we had hot dogs, and we watched the Super Bowl.
Well, you could have definitely been here. Then.
I could have, but I wanted to be over there.
See, it was like we gotta be consistent. We gotta work harder. Where all that shit goes.
Did you have the whole live figured out?
No, it's gonna be for this Saturday.
But we're talking
I
about
didn't
last.
have the camera.
We're talking about last Sunday.
No, we're talking about this Saturday.
I know, but you were referencing last Sunday. Even if I was to have said okay, you still wouldn't have had it figured out.
We have to do it live. We're talking about we've talked about going and doing things outside.
Okay.
And I told you, hey, that might be a good weekend. I told you like in a month in advance, and you're like, yeah, I'll let you know.
Is this an off the podcast conversation?
No, it's not an off the podcast conversation. It is absolutely not enough. And I told you like a month in advance. Every little stupid rule he ever puts on me, I followed.
What are the rules?
Like, I need some time. Let me know ahead of time, and I'll
Okay,
be here.
yeah.
And I told him
You
like
did,
a
you did.
month in ahead. I'm like, hey, that's a good idea, cause he's the one who came up with the idea. Let's do shit on weekends.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like,
we have done things on weekends.
like twice.
It's February. We haven't had that many weekends.
Every week has a weekend. I don't know if you knew this.
So we came back from not doing podcasts, and probably the second week of January. It's not even the second week of February.
That's 4.
That's 4.
And
So
we
that's-
done 1.
No, we done. You just said 2.
What's the other one?
I don't know, but you said
No, it's
2.
definitely 1.
No, we did 2.
Okay, with the one that we did a couple weeks ago, right?
Okay.
What was the other one?
The one where we recapped the UFC.
Oh, so it has been 2.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
See?
Okay, so out of 4, it should have been 3. Like, that's a good, like, in a
We're
month
meeting up this weekend.
on Sunday.
Yes.
On Sunday,
Okay.
right? So we started in the second week of January.
Look, all I'm saying is my averages are going up. At first,
No.
it was 50%. After this weekend, it's gonna be 60%.
Barely, and you won't be here on Saturday.
But I'll be here on Sunday.
No, yeah, but we should be here to recap, right? So it'll be out Sunday morning.
But we'll be here
But
on
look,
Sunday.
I'm willing to live with it.
Thank you.
Now, what I don't understand is why you were out eating hot dogs when we could have been making content for the Super Bowl, which you don't even like.
The Super Bowl or my family?
You weren't with your family. You were with your
Or
girl's
her
family.
family.
Yeah. You like your family. If you were like,
I like her family too.
not that much. Stop lying.
Enough.
Like,
Enough.
Yeah, like, I guess they're there. Like,
I like her family enough.
yeah, enough. Like, when I ain't got nothing to do, I guess I can hang out with y'all. But, But I had things to do.
We did have something to do.
yeah, we had something to do.
No, her and
No,
I.
y'all had nothing to do. You
Yes.
just told me y'all ate burgers and hot dogs. And you
Anyways,
told me you fell
so
asleep.
I had 2 burgers and 2 hot dogs, and that shit knocked me out.
So, nothing to do, in other words.
Not for the first half. No.
What you do in the second half?
The second half, I told her, hey, let's just go home because I'm not. Yeah. I was ready for that. So we went home. Somehow in that process, I lost my headphones. So for the last couple of days, I've been without headphones, which is the worst thing to do. I just bought those today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bought those, and I'm proud of myself. I got like the next level up, like with the noise
Are
canceling
those
and everything.
AirPods?
No, they're the Pixel equivalent, the Google equivalent. Anyways,
Oh, for your cheap ass phone, can you use AirPods?
I don't know how much are AirPods.
120.
This is
30?
200. I just got these.
She got AirPods.
No, I like these
So
better.
you have some type of Apple product.
I don't need Apple products. Anyways, we went home and the second half was it did not what is the saying?
Disappoint.
It did not disappoint. It did not disappoint.
I liked it. I really got into it. I won money.
Yeah,
I'm becoming a degenerate gambler. I noticed that
that's always the best type of gamblers.
yeah, exactly. I noticed that when you don't have a team on the line, the best thing to do is just put money on the line
Oh yes.
and immediately
Yeah.
you get involved in it.
Yes.
You know what I realized?
Yeah, the best way to have somebody to root for is put money on the line.
You know what I realized?
What's up?
When Jake Paul fought Tommy Fury, or who was it? Jake Paul. Oh no, Logan Paul fought Logan Paul fought
Mayweather?
Dylan Dennis, and KSI fought Tommy Fury.
Okay.
That weekend, I was like, I didn't have much to do, and I was just at home, and I'm like, oh, let me watch these fights. But I didn't care about the fights at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Let me go and put money on it.
Did you just ask one of your buddies, or did you like go on an app and bet on it?
No. I went on the app. David put me on the app.
Oh, okay.
So I called David, and because he had told me about it, and he sent me a referral code. So by me getting in, I get 50, he gets 50.
Gotcha.
So I didn't even have to put any money.
Yeah.
So I used those 50, and I put it on both fights, and man, I really got into them. Like it, and the same thing happened with the Super Bowl. I put money on Tuporia for this weekend.
Really?
Because something I do, I only put like on the one that's the underdog.
Okay, because then the odds.
Yeah.
So
So I don't have to put a lot of money, and I make
How much did you put?
for Tuporia?
Yeah.
50.
What was the line
Minus 130.
for
Oh, no,
Volkanovski?
plus 130. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Plus 130.
So then you get 130%. So you would get what, like $80?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think it's a bad, and I think it's a possibility.
Yeah. I mean, with AUFC, you never know.
Yeah, it's
Everything's
a possibility. No, and I think it's like a realistic one. Like Tuporia is really good. So
who were you going for in the Super Bowl?
I put money on the Chiefs.
That's the easy bet.
No. They were the underdog.
They were.
That's crazy. It was crazy. They were
I
the
mean,
underdog.
that was a very close game, and
Yeah.
they were. If it wasn't for that extra point, they would have lost.
Yes.
If that's all they needed.
Yes.
If they would have had that extra point, which was a very doable extra point,
Absolutely.
they would have won.
It was a PAT. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
It was a. Yeah, if it wasn't for that point, it was crazy. Just sometimes people are just destined. Like I remember I texted my homie in the second period, in the second quarter. I was like, when the 49ers were up 10-0, I texted him. I'm like, the 49ers just lost this game. They were up 10-0, and I'm like, they should be up 27-0. The Chiefs were playing so bad.
Yeah, in the first half. They
So
were making
bad.
silly mistakes.
They couldn't get a first down.
Yes.
And they were only up 10-0. I texted them.
Their defense was very good. The
no,
Chargers
and
defense.
they had a fumble. They had advanced the ball, and then they had 3
49ers.
penalties that dropped them back. Like they could have scored in 3 out of the first 4 possessions, and they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted them. I'm like, yeah, I think the 49ers gave up this game, and it was crazy.
What a game.
Yeah, but Kyle Shanahan, they say that he's the best coach there is. He messed up.
Carl Shanahan is the San Francisco.
Yes,
Okay.
he messed up
Why?
because they won the coin toss. Now,
Oh yeah, I agree.
before
For the overtime.
before in overtime, you always wanted the ball first because if you scored a touchdown, you win. They changed the rules.
Right.
Now both
Both of
teams
them get
get
an
a chance to
opportunity,
score.
yes.
Now it's so much that, and he said we wanted the ball third. Because if you score a touchdown, they score a touchdown, all you need is a field goal. And you win the game.
Right. I guess they were betting on themselves to get that touchdown.
Which they did, and that was stupid.
But even in that case, it still gives the Chiefs the fourth down. The fourth.
It gives the fourth down,
Yeah.
and if they score the touchdown, at that point is where the decision's tough, though. Because if you score the touchdown,
Do you go for the two?
Do you go for the two?
Or do you go?
Because
if you don't go for the two and you go for the
all
one,
they
you
need
tie
is-
it up and they only
all they
need
need
is a field
is
goal.
all they need is a field goal.
Which yeah.
So it was kind of crazy to see, but I think you gotta get the ball second. I think you gotta get the ball second.
That is the safest thing to do.
Yeah.
Because with that fourth down, you have so many more possibilities.
Mm-hmm. But the Chiefs won.
Yes, they did. I was so happy.
So
was so happy.
next season, hopefully they lose in the championship game to the Texans. And
I guess that's the only way that they can go for 3P, huh?
who?
The Kansas City's. Is if Texans win, if Texans lose. Because I'm all for them going for the 3P, but I never put it into consideration that the only way they can go for that 3P.
You thought there was a way they could both be champions?
I forgot they were in the same conference.
Oh, you mean go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I forgot they were in the same conference. So the only way for them to not get there is by to get there is by the Texans losing.
Yeah. And
I would be okay with that. I still would want the Texans to win, but if we're gonna lose to anybody, the Kansas City Chiefs are.
no,
That's
you don't lose
useless.
to anybody. See, that's what I mean.
I call it
That's
what
what
you
I
want.
mean about this world being soft. Soft.
How is that soft?
Because you're conceding to a team that, first of all, Taylor Swift can't
I'm not.
win back to back.
I'm not conceding. I'm just
You're
saying.
absolutely
Look,
conceding.
I've always said if I'm going to lose to somebody, they better win all of it.
No, see, this is how you know you're a terrible person. First of all, you want the Texans to lose.
I don't want the Texans to lose.
Second of all,
You
you
put
want
it
my
words in
ex
my
to
mouth.
beat us. Like everything, you're letting everything.
I want you what to it?
You want my ex to beat us. Like
How is your ex going to beat us?
Taylor Swift.
That's not your ex.
Who is it?
I mean that is your ex, but that's not who's beating us.
Who would beat us then?
Her boyfriend.
First of all, don't say it that way. And no, it was her. Like honestly, I don't know who got the MVP,
I think it was Mahomes.
but they showed Taylor Swift more than MVP than Mahomes.
Yeah, they did.
Like the NFL, and even you saw that Roger Goodell was talking to her.
Oh, for real? No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm like it didn't seem like the most friendly conversation.
It's like you want to do the halftime next year?
You know that people in the halftime show don't get paid.
What do you mean?
I think you don't get paid.
The artist
Yeah.
or the performers?
What?
The artist or the performers?
Yeah, the artists. The
What?
performers probably get paid, but the artists don't get paid.
So what is the point of them doing it?
Well, the
notoriety?
exposure, yeah.
What does Usher need the exposure for?
Because the day after, your streams go up like crazy.
Ah, okay. So I guess you get residual.
I may be making this up, but I don't think I am.
Okay, then why say anything if you don't know what
Because
you're
I'm like
talking about?
99% sure.
Okay, so what'd you find out?
I got it right. Usher did not get paid to play the Super Bowl,
What it says?
but he did earn 52 million in exposure.
Oh, okay.
See,
So it's about the exposure.
I'm never wrong. Like, let's get this right. I'm never wrong. And I want to play a game.
Okay.
I need you to quiz me. Pull up a trivia game. Pull up your phone.
I'll tell them what to do.
I am the Usher expert.
Okay.
I want you to play a song. Like we're gonna do a name that tune game. Let's Google how long can you play a song without getting copyrighted?
Okay, so since apparently Chesco is the Usher connoisseur, we're gonna do a small what do you call it? Trivia?
Name that tune game.
Name that tune. Ready?
You got it bad.
Yep.
There you go. I know that one. I hate that song.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
You don't help. I need you to shut up.
There's okay. What's the waiting music that they do on the show?
I know the song. I just don't know the name of it. What's the name of it? Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
That should be enough.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite line in that song isn't even a song. It isn't even a line that Usher sings.
Where was Usher at 7 o'clock?
No, it was a lady in the street with a freak in the bed.
By Ludacris?
by Ludacris.
Wait,
That's my
what's
favorite.
what's so great about that line?
I don't know why. I love that
he
line.
didn't make it up, right?
I don't care. That's my favorite line in that song. The only reason why I listen to that song is for that line.
What? That's
Yep.
the corniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I say whatever.
And baby, let it burn. Right?
Yeah. Let it burn.
I love that song. In my drop top. What is it? Nice and slow.
Ooh.
Ooh, I love that song. Hold on. You make me wanna.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, Confessions Part Dose.
All right. All of them correct. Wow.
I hate Usher, man.
You couldn't tell.
I hate Usher, man.
Why do you hate Usher?
I'm not jealous of many men. I'll tell you this.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm jealous of Usher.
Why are you? You said you don't know why. So that's no point of me asking. Do you have an idea? What do you think it could be?
Yeah, I think I do have pretty good.
Okay.
Good looking dude.
Okay.
Can sing. That's one thing. If I could sing, I would never stop singing.
I feel the same way.
Like,
If there's one thing that I would change about myself is my ability to sing.
which is crazy. I would say so myself that I've written very good songs, and I can't sing.
I feel like most things you can learn. Singing is one.
Yeah.
Is not one of those things. You either have or you don't.
I hate the fact that I can't sing, and honestly, I would never talk to a girl in my life if I could sing.
Just sing it to them.
You'll sing everything. I'll sing my name. I'll introduce myself. Like, and I wish I could give you an example right now, but I can't sing. But I can't sing, so I can't give you an example. And yeah, so he can
Okay,
sing.
so that's one. He can dance.
And you know me. It's maybe because I'm spoiled. I don't care about the dancing. He can skate. I can skate, but not like that. I hate maybe because I'm spoiled. I have to travel for work.
Okay.
The fact that he got a residency in Vegas and doesn't have to travel, I feel like this guy's a genius. Like, people come to him.
Yeah.
And he works with Celine Dion, which
He does? I didn't know that.
well, she has a residency in Vegas. She's had it for years.
But
And
doesn't mean he works with her.
they're co-workers.
I just asked, and you want to talk about
Please don't talk about
irrelevance?
Celine Dion.
You don't want to talk about
No,
relevance?
Celine Dion
and
is
the
always relevant.
way you answer questions? I asked, does she work with Celine Dion? And you said, well, she has a residency. Make that context, right?
But they both have a residency. We're talking about the residency in Vegas of Usher, and I said work together.
Dana White has a residency in Usher. Does that mean they work together?
Dana White has a what?
A residency in Vegas.
What? Since when?
Well, he does.
Okay, well, when you say residency, is like you only perform in Vegas.
That's
what
not
a
what
resident-
residency means.
That's literally what a residency means.
The
in
only
the
perform in
music
Vegas?
industry.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
the music industry.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about the magic industry.
That's right.
I know.
The magic industry? What are you talking about?
Chris Angel had a
Hey,
residency.
did you see
Chris
that
Angel
video?
had a
Hold on. I want to see if you see a video.
What video?
Okay, this video, I just found it. Her name is Sukiana. She's being interviewed by Bobby Outloff, is her name?
Okay.
Outloff or whatever. And
You're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician. What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is a musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music.
that just happened to you, didn't it?
No.
You just said, I don't know about the magic industry.
Yeah, magic industry. I was thinking about Chris Angel. Chris Angel had a huge show back in the 2000s.
Yeah, there's a lot of residency in Vegas. So
Okay.
yeah, I would say the entertainment industry.
Entertainment. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
entertainment industry. Like Carrot Top.
Okay. That goes back to my point. A lot of people have residencies in Vegas. Doesn't mean they work together.
I don't think Dana White's one.
Okay, maybe I was wrong about that. We said Chris Angel and Carrot Top, right? They at one point had
They might work together.
might or do.
I have no idea.
From last time I checked,
But
they
they're
didn't
in
like
a-
each other.
They're in a similar. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why would a magician have issues with Carrot Top?
I don't know, but from what I remember, they didn't like each other. Apparently, him and David Blaine didn't like each other either.
Who is him?
Chris Angel.
Damn, there's magic beef.
Apparently, that shit disappears.
What the hell? Chris Angel
And David Blaine.
and David Blaine? What the hell? And this is how you know the world's racist. How come they didn't never blame them? But Tupac and Biggie were back.
So just because they have residencies in Vegas doesn't mean they work with each other.
But they're both singers. They're the best.
They're both
singers
magicians.
ever. Honest, man, whatever. Like I said, I'm not jealous of a lot of men, but for some reason, Usher's one of them. Man.
Okay.
Don't know why.
Any other reasons why? Why you think? Because if you keep saying you don't know why, but you keep naming reasons.
Maybe those are the reasons. but I'm like, yeah, he can sing. He got everything, bro. Like, it's crazy. Even though I think he did look stupid yesterday. All his outfits were just dumb, if you ask me.
Yeah, he definitely tried to emulate little Michael Jackson a little too much.
Yeah. If you are Swizz Beatz, who is Alicia Keys' husband, did you watch the performance? If you are Swizz Beatz, who is Alicia Keys' husband, do you have a problem with what Usher did?
Yes.
Why?
Look, I'm a firm believer that no man owes me anything unless I know him. Like you, like if I didn't know you, you don't owe me anything. And as much as I would hate it, if you were to get with my girl and I don't know you, like you don't owe me anything. Okay. That doesn't take away from me being upset at you or being upset at Usher. So I'm still gonna feel some type of way.
Now, don't you think you have to like understand that at that point they're not? I don't know what Alicia Keys' real name is.
Okay.
But I doubt it's Alicia Keys.
Probably
At that
is.
point, like say she's not whatever her real name is. She's Alicia Keys. She's a character.
She's her stage
She's
performer.
acting.
Okay.
Don't you think you can understand that? Yo, they're acting. They're playing characters at that point. They're singing a song to each other, face to face, called "My Boo." You don't have a problem with that.
Not with the song. I do have a problem with the way she's touching my significant other. Now,
Even though they're acting.
even though they're performing,
Even though they're performing.
I do. I think and it's weird because if they were in a movie,
You would be fine with it.
I would be fine with it.
What's the difference?
Because I think look, the way that it came across, it looked like she didn't know he was going to be acting like that. In a movie, there's a script and you have a relative idea of what's going to happen.
He can improv.
He can improv. And if that
And
happens,
she had a relative idea of what was going to happen. Maybe she didn't know every detail, but yeah, she had a relative idea.
he was touching her ass.
I don't think about what do you mean?
Like,
Not with his hands.
yes, with his hands. Oh, definitely not with his hands, but also with his hands.
When with his hands?
When he was going from her legs to up to her ass.
What?
He was grinding up on her,
That, yeah.
and surprisingly enough, I don't have a problem with the hug, which is what most people have a problem.
Yeah, well, I would have a problem with what you said too. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was not grabbing. He would never grab, but he did like caress and touch her butt. And so I wasn't okay with that. And
Oh shit.
and I'm okay with the hug in the back because I guess I get that's part of the performance. Now if he was hugging from the back and like grinding up on her like that, then I would have been okay.
Okay, we're watching it here. Can you put it on the video?
I could try.
He does not grab her.
That's not the whole performance though.
But the rest of the time she was sitting.
No.
Okay.
We can watch it. We can watch it later. But
No, but I want to prove you're
at
wrong.
least from what I remember, that's what happened. Maybe I'm making shit up just because I want to get mad. But
Yeah, he never touched her. You lying on this man.
maybe he just got too close for comfort.
The hug was the most intimate part of it.
The hug was the most intimate part. I would probably agree.
Yeah, the hug was the most intimate part. The dance, that's regular dance. They obviously knew that was scripted, right? That's part of the dance.
Yeah. I'm still looking at it. I don't see anything inappropriate yet. We don't have to watch it right now.
Well, it's almost done. Just I want to prove you wrong. See?
I saw a lot more than that. I saw a lot more than that. I think they're filtering what you're watching. No, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Even with this one still.
That version was a little bit better.
Okay, so you wouldn't be fine with your imaginary version.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So the actual version is fine.
That version. I don't know if that's
This is what really happened.
No,
what are
we
you
don't know
talking
that.
about?
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Hey, okay, so Luis is out of his mind.
How would you feel? When you talking about me, how would you?
Oh, with that, no, I have no problem.
No, okay.
But actually, no, I don't have I do have a problem. But she won't suffer any consequence. Like,
Okay.
actually, I don't know about that. I would throw a fit, but I would throw the fake fits that I throw.
Yeah.
Just to plant the seeds in there. You know what I mean?
Don't let it happen again.
Yeah. Don't ever do this for real. But no, it's like that's her job. That's what did you think was gonna happen? What do you think they were gonna sing?
You know, going back to my version of it, right? I saw a way lot more than that. I think at one point I saw them like getting on the floor and grinding up with each other. I made a comment to my girl. I said, I told her I didn't know that she was married. If I was her husband, I would be upset. And she said, why? And I said, excuse me? What do you mean, why? Did you not just watch the same obscenity that I did? And she says, yeah, but there's nothing wrong with it. What do you mean? So you would be willing to do something? No, I would. Then why would you be okay with that?
If she was a singer, she absolutely would.
I get it, but she's not a singer. She's not a singer.
Okay, she was an actor.
But she's not.
No, but if tomorrow, like say we make it big, and I'm like, hey, yo, Luis is a girl. I'm offering you $1 million to be on this movie.
If I'm not okay with Alicia Keys doing it, I'm not okay with her doing it.
Can we talk about something real quick?
I mean, it's not even Alicia Keys. And like I said, it's
apparently not.
It was more an Usher than it was an Alicia Keys because she can't. Like at that point, she can't just back up and not be there.
Okay,
right?
again, wait, what are you talking about? The real version or your imaginary version? Like you are slandering Usher for something he didn't do.
Or he did it all right.
Like he didn't do anything, and you're slandering this man. Okay, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
You used to claim to be a very secure man when you came here.
Yes, I still am.
What happened?
I still am.
Again, like, even I said I would be fine with it, and I think I've always claimed to be insecure.
Okay.
You made up a story in your head.
This has nothing to do with insecurity. It's everything to do with boundaries and respect.
But no. We're talking about a situation, of course, where it would be her job. And you would not be okay with her doing her job. That's not disrespecting you in the least bit.
She did nothing wrong. Alicia Keys did nothing wrong.
Then how did she cross a boundary in respect?
I never said.
You said you would be upset.
I would be upset at Usher.
What?
I would be upset at Usher.
Again, he was doing his job.
Well, he shouldn't be doing it that way.
But where did he cross a boundary or disrespect?
The way that he was touching her.
No, that's his job.
I don't give a fuck. Do it differently.
That's what I mean.
Find a different job, man. Find a different job.
And I get it. I get where you're coming from. I'm not throwing nothing at you. I'm just saying that's what an insecure man would say. So when did it change?
Some people call it insecurity. Some people call it boundaries. Some people call it respect.
That's what I mean. Insecure men do that all the time. Like, you're disrespecting me. And like, I didn't do nothing. I said hi to the guy. Like, you're crossing boundaries,
Nope.
bitch.
Nope.
That's how they justify everything. But I'm like, when do you think it changed? I'm not trying to have you explain. It's just like more when. When did it change?
I don't think it ever changed.
Yes, it did. The day you got here, you're like, I could be with a porn star because I love her, and
Okay.
sex over whatever, or
I
feelings.
still
over.
stand by that.
No, you do not. You
Yes, I
came
do.
here and told me.
Look,
Like 3 weeks ago, you were like, the number matters and this and that.
my stance has always been, if I meet you and we hit it off and we have a connection and that connection builds, I don't care what your past life was. As long as I feel that connection, as long as I feel the love, as long as I feel the what do you call it? I forgot what the word is, but the connection, for lack of a better word. As long as I feel that.
No, but we had a whole conversation saying you would have a problem if she later tells you she's a porn star. She was a porn star.
Nobody wants to know that their significant other was with multiple men before them. No man wants to know that she was with any man before him. But I would be okay with living with knowing that, because if she's a porn star, I'm sure I'll find out eventually.
Absolutely, yeah.
If it happens after I have built that connection, and that connection is genuine, I think that's what I was looking for. That connection is genuine, at least it feels genuine, then I would be okay with being in that relationship with her.
I wouldn't. I'm too
Insecure?
insecure. I'm too petty. I would have to try to catch up as much as I can.
Before?
And it would never happen. So, yeah. I wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
But, yeah, I don't know what changed.
I don't think it would be an easy thing, but I think it is doable.
I don't think it's doable.
Who's sure?
And you know what would be the worst thing? If you find out that she was a porn star and then she don't want to talk to you about it.
Why?
Because you would want to talk about it.
Because I would want to talk about it?
Yeah, because you love to communicate, right? So, a porn star with no communication.
Probably.
Would be the worst. Like,
Yeah.
damn. Now you.
But then if she talks about it, I'm like, stop. Either way, I'm screwed.
Oh, man. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for the love we're getting on TikTok.
Yes, keep it up, guys.
Please translate that over to YouTube. Please translate over to Instagram. When will we see you again? We'll see you on Friday for the UFC recap. And we will see you on Sunday for the... We see you on Friday for the UFC preview 298.
Hey,
And the recap on Monday. Monday for UFC 298. So, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Peace.